good evening, good evening. How are we doing today? It's honestly, I spent most of the day tending the fires in the house and stuff like that, actually keeping the house warm. We're not having full-on snowstorm anymore, so it's not really freezing. I have a question. So we have now, Lord Captain, we have a visitor on the bridge seeking an audience. Your presence is required. Oh, for fuck's sake! We did one warp jump. We did one. And now we have someone on the bridge requiring to speak to me. Okay. It's starting out a good one here. It's going to be reading today as well. Honestly, I just... I have a shirt as well if I'm actually getting cold, but I'm hoping it doesn't get too cold. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Your Lordship, the High Factorium Pauslow, every few moments Danrock brings a perfumed clothing to his face, but his expression remains obsequious. Members of your crew have made a request to allow them to proclaim their most devotion to Lord Captain. Personally, young man. Lower deck rabble. A man in a worn uniform bows awkwardly. Your Highness, gracious Lord Captain, please let me speak on the behalf of the whole crew and everyone, and express our gratitude to you. An official... Hey, come. Look what I found! I found Kitty! Ah! I know. Yeah, she doesn't want to be here. She has better things to do. Policeman speak on the behalf of the crew and everyone. Express our gratitude to you, and officially, so to speak, the kind of leader you are. The way you treat people is now known in every corner of the expanse, and from footfall to the poorest, dirtiest, most unremarkable planet, all praise your dedication to the human spirit and goodwill. Everyone wants to serve under your command. There is no end to the volunteers. So the other day we were clearing out abandoned sectors of the new living quarter. We found a forgotten vault right in the bilge of the ship, literally beneath our feet. Well, it turned out to be a vault had some centuries old weapons in it, and they looked a bit odd, but they're powerful for sure. The good tech priests help us with the assembly and consecration of the weapons, and now you can strike down your enemies with even greater might. Your Lordship, apart from the weapon, the crew has sent one more find to the bridge as a token of its internal gratitude. A most ancient mechanism, which our tech priests have dubbed the Celestium Observatorum. Alas, its machine spirit refuses to heed their rights, which makes the device more symbolic and aesthetic than practical in purpose. Do you wish to see it? Of course. The vessel stands ready, your Lord Captain. Okay. Can I use it? Hush, hush. Don't talk about stuff like that. By the throne, you are still afraid of the Inquisition coming for you? You're not that important. Celestium looms over your deck while the spirit of this ancient mechanism has gone silent forever. The words instantly inscribed on its frame can serve as a source of resolve. A keen gaze under the darkness abloom with deceit and reduces all corruption to ash. Okay. What do we actually have here? That's actually a good question. So we are currently using the sharpshooter rifle. It's not great. Absolutely not. But I don't think we have a better option for us. Yeah, no, the sharpshooter rifle still has more damage than that sniper rifle. Like, it's the Eldari stuff that has a bit more damage, but I don't really want to use the Eldari stuff to a certain extent. The Stubber has a lot less damage. Don't really want to use a Malta in combo with other stuff as well. I think this is the way we gotta do it for now, until we get something more interesting, so to say. It could actually run like a pistol character. The problem is, like, the one I actually want to use is the one Agatha has. Agatha has that one. Bolter, blessed bolter casing. Like, a single hit with a bolter automatically hits the target. Like, that is just obscene. If I can get a high damage bolter with that, combo that with some other like one hit abilities, it would be really ridiculous. But all the bolters we have right now is automatic bolters. The bolter we actually would want would be like the whatchamacallit, stalker bolter is one of the bolters that actually. Falston is one of those planets we actually haven't been on, so to say. Are we doing the Bone of Righteous? I think we're going the bone. Good timing makes it so we can get the shrine. The shrine increases a ton of stuff, but it costs adamantium and floggies. We don't really have that much floggy stone. Crusader costs a bit of weapon. It costs a fair bit of people, honestly, as well. But all characteristics during warp encounters. Damage against Xenos. And security for all colonies. 3+ security. That might have been really good. That is also a really good one. But we don't have the... You know what? Hammer of Ephany. People, 6-time profit factor. It's False Wonder? Okay, we need to complete one of those projects. Security, weapons, 50,000 reputation Dorosians. Okay. Imperial Navy. We get reputation from that for the Imperial Navy. You know what? What do we have here? We have something that boosts the profit factor. Unquenchable Greed. Mag Rails. Explorators, efficiency, complacency. Whenever the aware it kills the target with a melee attack, all enemies. Okay, we're doing that one. It's not too bad with everything. We get reputation as well. So we're doing that. Okay, so Foulstone. Janus doesn't have anything building. Efficiency for all colonies. How are we? Oh fuck, we have a ton of that. So yeah, execute that. Dragonus, you're still building Adeptus Arbites. Okay. Vebus, what do we have for you then? Void Lair +3 in Plasteel. We actually have this as well, so we have the higher tier ones. +12 in Plasteel. And Adamantine. Phloggist, okay. That's almost all the Phloggist we have though, 5. Kiva Gamma, this thing is going on. That thing is going on. Profit Factor, weapons. Do we have anything that actually provides more mechanisms than it consumes? Fangs of Janus, macro cannon. Critical chance against Xenos enemies. 12 plus mecha. 60,000 reputation with Navy. Efficiency for all colonies. And Eye of the Omnissiah. Okay, fairly good, but that means we need to take that one. And I don't really like that one. I don't like that one at all. Okay. It's you we're going for. Do we have anything that actually... Metallica, Exploration, 6-time Plasteel. It requires 2 mechanisms. We get 5 extractors. Blocks. Lair of the Void. Okay, so Lair of the Void. Iron grenades. Profit factor weapons. Vigilance. A marvelous compact weapon in the form of a ring. Use scorching attack once per combat. No. Extractium Metallica. More mobile extractors is what we need. The Phloggist and the mechanism is not really great, but that means we pump this up in a fair amount. Wait. Yep, we're going that one. Okay. So my question is, like, what is there anything new going on? Like, do we have any more planets we can actually visit or something like that? We are heading to Footfall. Colony Dragonus has been a new stage of development. Okay, we now have mag rails of Dragonus. Except... How? 8 efficiency. Okay. That... I'm not going to shit on you for that. That seems fantastic. People, Xenotech, Bonefires of Righteous. All allies can... I don't have Dogmatic Rack, so it's useless for me. The hammer, we can get another hammer. We're going this one then. Security is fairly low here. Security is really low on Janus as well. That is something to take into consideration next time. Lord Captain, there might be a tragedy on Dragonus. Governor Drivestem had dedicated most of his time to restoring the Astrographic Choir lost to the Warpstone, but the Psychers he assembled were struck by an unknown assault. They heard something and it has cast them into madness. The astropaths who have have lost sleep, clawed at their skin to the flesh, muttered gibberish, and now they have gone completely berserk. They had to be eliminated, and now only a few of the most resilient astropaths are upholding the connection to Dragonus. How long will they last? Where did the former astropaths come from, and can we get more of them? I have received complaint that the governor drives them has devastated the minor astropathic choir of his protectorate. He scaled them down by almost half through blatant abuse of his authority. To take more people from these choirs would mean depriving ourselves of our connections with other worlds. We could try to hire sanctioned psychers from other domains, but they will view as the road to the Imperium. It's perilous. We can try getting them with research are already available to us. Seek out unsanctioned astropaths who train those active citizens of the Protectorate displayed promise, most regrettably violated of his law caused our grave situation. What is the cause of this affliction? Who knows? The scheme of heretics from the cult of the Final Dawn, treacherous magic from the Xenos. Perhaps it was a planned diversion, or maybe it was just a random echo in the Immaterium. Okay, so we can bring sanctioned astropath, steal them, take them by force, threaten them, bring them by whatever means necessary. Witch collector. Not a big fan of that. Hire sanctioned psychers for any price. We need them. Profit factor minus N. Disciplined of the Damned. Demons, chaos creatures, psychers, and navigators deal 10% less to the rogue trader and his allies. Minus 1 profit factor. Plus 1 security. Okay. Hire unsanctioned psychers. We cannot lose contact with the capital. Psychic ward. While veil degradation is equal or more than 10, the wearer deals plus warp damage plus perception bonus, additional damage with all psychic attacks. That sounds really good. Or lose a security. Security is fairly high now. What say my advisors? Where can we attain a new choir? The astropaths are among the most finely trained specialists in the Imperium, who beheld the light of the Emperor himself and gained a special bond with our master. I strongly advise the rogue trader to recruit only sanctioned psychers who are capable of keeping their talent in check. If they are not enough, the Inquisition will assist you in locating and acquiring more. Your Lordship, Lady Theodora, not only had enemies in the Expanse, but friends as well, those whom she helped out, rescued, saved. I think these people can offer a helping hand. Among them are several powerful planetary rulers who possess both astropaths and deep respect for your family name. There are a lot of psychers on my home planet Lyria, Captain. Do you know why? There was not... We are not despised, prosecuted, or enslaved by the black ships there. We are sheltered from raids, educated and respected. Of course, it's all done in secrecy from outsider, but I can suggest with the ruler to contact perhaps the Von Valentius family name will be enough to make a deal and obtain more educated groups of astropaths rather than criminal scum. Okay, Albert, it's time to visit some old friends. Yep, we're going that, I think. Yep. It will be done. I wonder how many of them are still alive. The ship carrying 24 Astropaths soon arrive on Dragonus. They have descended to the surface, covered head to toe in protective amulets, as if going to war. The news of the tragedy that befell the previous squire quickly spread through the expanse. Each of them conveyed words of amity for the rulers who had sent them, and each asked permission to visit their family crypt to pay tribute to Lady Theodora. The tragic pestilence of Astropath has not appeared again, but all of them have reported hearing strange whispers ever since their first day on the planet. Performing heroic... Oh. They're performing heroic act, recover wounds and gain 2 AP this turn. Provisions, efficiency, complacency. Complacency is actually the lowest we have here on Dragonus, so don't really want to do that. Call to arms 9 times people, security for all colonies. We lose weapon though, but we have 6 weapons. Efficiency, complacency, profit factor, profit for water. One of the patrolling must have been. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So profit factor times 6 people. We're going plus 14 here. Security for all colonies, that would maybe be good. The flagship restores 30% ultimate abilities at the end of the space compound. The red warp routes are always... Wait. Cooldown of ultimate abilities at the end of the space combat. Red warp routes always become orange. That sounds really good. Plus plating for all sectors. Military Navy, I think. That means we have... Are they going to send us... War... Oh, we have got that from just being passive. Okay, fair enough. I'm just like, where have we actually got that from? Narrowing firing arc. Subhammer. Okay, so 55 damage is not that great. No, it's 60 to 70 damage. Immediately consumed. This provides scrap. Okay. That seems good. Assault plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 9 points of damage on 4-5 points on all other sides. That looks like it's good. Gasbomb pattern, torpedo tubes, 5-19 damage. We're 4 at 30. Yeah, that's better. don't mind if I do. That's also really good. So is you. Firing 4 short burning plasma torpedoes with 19 damage. Firing 4 sonic torpedo warheads. I think we're keeping the one we have. How are you looking? Not that great. 5. Okay, we bought it anyway. Drukhari Void Trophies. Drukhari Void Trophies. 400 each. That would mean 9,000. I think that would put us around there. 4 shot 27. Miracle cannons 5 3 shots 33. That's the one I have, so it's kind of meh. Okay, we got to that one. Okay, fair enough. So that's 62, that's 69, so we're missing a tiny bit of profit factor. Let's head into Footfall. Lord Captain, we have received a Vox message from Footfall. The Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of Malleus Extremis. Dock will require special permission, and even most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. The station's custodians, Her Ladyship Insidia Shoda, sends her greeting and invites your lordship to disembark at the docks with a small retinue. Her enforcers will meet you there and escort you to another chamber for a private audience. Vigdis salve my heart, forgive the intrusion, but I have important business with the rogue trader. Oh, Shireen, I simply wish to remind you about my numbskull crew who got themselves captured by the rival Ashmags. Vladim is too occupied for schemes, and besides, Insidia Shoda has already put him in to his place, which leaves only Falco. May the Asai tear his soul into pieces. Footfall is straight ahead, and I would rather not waste all the precious sand still left in the hourglass of their lives. He threw a wrench into my works, making my trade network fall apart like a badly assembled chrono. No income, no profits, only damages, all because of my right hand is chained up on one of Footfall's asteroids. How about we pay Falco a courtesy visit? I'm sure your imposing visage will loosen his tongue and maybe, just maybe, untie the hand of my crew. I will deal with this later. We are more pressing to address right now. I look forward to the fateful hour with the trepidation of impatience. Glory to the Exalted One. He spared your heart from indifference and haughtiness. If that is all to say, Voxmaster unceremonially boots James from the channel. Apologies, Lord Captain. What will be your instructions? What other options do we have? Landing on Footfall? We have none, Captain. The augurs are reporting that docking gates not watched by enforcers are locked and rigged with explosives. Very well, let's take a look at Footfall's new hospitality. As you wish. Okay. Yes, we're taking Hendrix with us. I don't know what it is. I feel like I need another... I need another melee character to shut things down more. We have... To be fair, Yerlet's damage is bonkers as well. So it's not like that she's bad or anything. It's genuinely that... I don't know what to expect, and more melee characters can actually handle certain things better. The eminent Lord Captain awaits you at the square.
I always keep my options open.
Patrolling. Unwilling to die, the bar's patron made their last stand. Sweet rotten order.
I always have a backup plan.
Magos, are you certain that Nomos is not an abomination that requires immediate destruction? A creature from a cogitator that has taken over a mobile machine, is the only absence of your approval that is stopping me from taking immediate action. Well, Nomos seems like a nice person. I can't say the same about you a lot of times. Cillian Beacon. Allies affected by the Vanguard's ability gain. Whenever the Vanguard's allies in 2-cell radius around them is hit, the Vanguard grants 3+ temporary wounds. No, let's go that. Shane Expert, Dueling, Last Malta, Power Weapon Expert. I think you're wielding a power weapon. So yeah, we're going that. And here... Dual Weapon. Yep. Until the end of the combat, the Vanguard gains fellowship bonus momentum for each attack that hits them. Yep. Okay, what do we have here? Tougher steel, additional wound. Don't mind if I do. Wait. We don't have increased psi rating, do we? We don't, do we? After an ally takes an extra turn, provide the character by the character. Any damage the character deals is increased by 1 for every attack that have made this combat. Does not affect damage over time, bleeding, toxins. Okay. Destin 1. The Psyker's armor is increased. This bonus increases by 5 at the start of every round of combat except the first. Enemies adjacent to the Psyker suffer 10% more damage. The first time momentum reaches 200, the Psyker's turn, they gain 5+ to all. Harmonious Songs of the Heroes. For every... Okay, yeah. Require 40 for psi rating 2. Warriors use medkit without medicating skill. Gain 5+. Okay. Okay, so what do we have here? You're fully stacked on Xenos, and you know we're going to continue stacking you on Xenos. Destined won the armor. The psychic critical hit is increased by resolve percentage. Okay, yeah.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
This looks absolutely fucking horrible. Who's... For fuck's sake. Have mercy, our families are starving. We only have to take it. Lies, I clear your naked eye. The corruption has engulfed your nature. Only cleansing fire can be absolve you of your guilt. This is the problem with the Imperium many times. The people that take everything too far. Yeah, we're waiting for the retinue to arrive. Insignia Shorta is absorbed in reading a long strip of parchment, her left hand holding a silver spoon. And with which she carefully scoops up the brain matter from an open skull of a man contorted next to her. Exhausted, a lot of Krisko's Insignia's features with line, her cheeks is twisted in contorted nervous tick, yet her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve and a brilliant aura of power of righteous fury by surrounding her with like a mantle. She gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips, takes a deep breath, and fire in her gaze flares like plasma thrusters. What a abominable act his daughter is committing. The sinister sister of battle whispers incredibly as she stares at Kora's feet. The reason? There must be a reason. Examine Insidia. And look at Insidia's fully dressed uniform shows that has not been changed in many days, and the color is greasy and laced with stains with sweat. The air is tinged with the smell of inhaled stimulants that is used to give serfs the ability to work for multiple watches without rest. Point at the man with an... What is that? What manner of slaughterhouse is this? Some atrocious travesty of justice? Point at the open skull. Insidia sinks her silver spoon in the man brains and slowly consumes this reveling morsel. I must know the taste of the criminal's fault. It's how I learned to recognize their patterns. This entertainment of yours reeks of corruption.
No!
Insidia does not bat an eye at the eyes that. A laughable accusation. Do you think yourself capable of detecting corruption? You know nothing. You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls and seeing it. Hernonius Terrin, you do not know what it's like to look into the face and see the brand of their impious deeds, but I know it all too well, and none of them will escape my wrath. I have encountered sanctioned death cults that praise cannibalism as a part of their way of praising the Emperor. Thank you very much for the follow, Angelina Joe, and welcome to the stream. A surprising large number of them harbor heresy within them. You have suspicions about me? Well, it is your duty to suspect, but do your eyes see a trespass here? No, I have not committed no malefication against him. What manner of slaughterhouse is this? Some atrocious travesty of justice? Insidia jerks her chin up and responds haughtily. This is true justice. Unprejudiced, inescapable, and equally merciless to all. The Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to this cesspool of pirates and heretics, to rid Footfall of the corruption that fettered its limbs, and turned this imperial station into a hotbed of free thinking, inefficiency, and I will not rest until all have been judged. Oh fuck, we're going to have a... It was good. I literally just... I made some food and enjoyed it with the family. Let's put it that way. So, literally just chilling. To be fair, here where we live, over the last 3 days has been snowstorm. I'm a big guy, it goes up to my neck. So that puts it into perspective. And if it goes up to I'm around 180 centimeters, it goes up to my neck. That puts it in how much it actually snowing. So it's really just stay inside. It's cold, minus 10 degrees, and too much snow. So it's stay inside and enjoy it, pretty much. It must have been the Emperor's providing that brought you here to my court. It would be my pleasure to incite you for your crimes you have committed. What are we going to do? I just broke out after being held captive by Xenos in Komorra and butchered my way through scores of enemies of humanity. Tell me I'm truly the greatest enemy of the Imperium you have been able to find. Would you look at that, Henriks? I have been an enemy of humanity all along. Care to comment? Yes, I'm from Sweden, the far north. The Viking country, all that stuff, yes. Draw your weapon. I'm ready to defend my honor before this court. Whom should I kill to put the end to this farce? I'd... Oh. My character is an iconoclast, so enjoys the fact that enjoys life and try to solve everything without bloodshed. But this is the thing she's doing is making me upset in real life. I want to draw my weapon and I'm ready to defend my honor, but the character would probably go with persuasion A, like persuade, or say to Henrix that I've been an enemy of humanity all along. I don't know which one to pick, honestly. As in Rogue Trader? Have you played it? Or we can't draw our weapon. We don't have anyone with good coercion in our group. I want to go... Yeah, we're going for that. I've just broken out after being held captive by Xenos and Komorra, and butchered my way through scores of enemies of humanity. Tell me I'm truly the greatest enemy of the Imperium you have been able to find. That you are loathed and feared by the enemies of humanity does not make you pure in the eyes of the Emperor, but perhaps he saw fit to set you a difficult path of one righteous genocide and blood-soaked redemption for your faults. I would never dare to go against his will. Yeah, we're going with that. We're going Iconoclast. Address the crowd. Those who acknowledge me as the sovereign are viewed by my laws as subject of House von Valentius and therefore are exempt from Shorda's judgment. I will take you aboard my ship. My very caring Lagatha and King. Oh, you mean the Cirrus Vikings? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, Rogue Trader? There's a series of this game? So you are in charge of Footfall now. Indeed I am. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law in the Expanse, I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall's liege was temporarily abolished. While this war lasts, or perhaps longer than that, all authority was transferred to the station warden, to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I'm tasked with the security and order. And there is much to do on that front. Pirates, smugglers, apostates, and cold traders, deserters, outlaws, every one of them warrants attention. Cracking her neck stiff for many hours of reading documents, Insidia again scoops up the brain from the open skull of the poor fellow standing next. I shot the guy! Okay, yeah. Spoon, everywhere you look, servants are buckling under the heavy stacks of new denunciation, warrants, and other documents. What makes you think you are entitled to govern in this place as you see fit? Such is the law of Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right for absolute authority. Surely it's not that cutthroat Takora who deserved to rule the station. He will soon be hanging from a noose, and so will his Kaspalican henchmen, and so those Anvir firebrands whose outrageous activity brought Footfall so much grief. She looks at you with a gloating smirk. Once you hindered my effort to subdue this station, and yet here I am now. I'm dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret that I was unable to get started sooner. Then Tokora's troublemaker would have already been crushed instead of lurking in the cargo base and maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I will deal with them soon enough. Whom do you judge? All of them. Thieves, smugglers, pirates, traitors, heretics, deserters, abattators, harborers, cowards, and perjurers. Whoever trespasses, any who has ever protected a miscreant and is or kept quiet about a crime they know of, they all will be condemned. With obsessive determination, Isidia starts going through her papers, seeming no longer aware that she's doing so. More and more new convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude. Imperiu Piotr. Okay. She's putting people in servitors. Yes. How long have you been on Twitch as a streamer? What has it been now? Like, streaming a lot, probably 3 years or something like that. 3 or 4 years I've been streaming on Twitch. On a weekly and almost daily basis. I think the first stream I had was like, what was it? Almost 10 years ago, yeah. It's around 10 years the first time I streamed, but yeah. Yeah. It's just me and just finding people to play with. It's just chill, calm. That's the way I like it. And having rid themselves of sinful consciousness and of serving the Imperium free from doubt and weakness, Footfall will once again become a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy that prevents the faithless from giving themselves over to the good toil of his name. How long has your court been in session already? There is nothing about this trial you accuse and you are contrived, and their purpose is simply to turn the entire population into pilot automats. I applaud your efforts. The place was long overdue for a proper law and judgment. Admit it, you simply are enjoying turning people into slaves. Why do you feel the need to come up with an excuse for sowing carnage? It's going good, honestly. I think we're... yeah, we are in the 4th act and we're closing in on over 100 hours in the game. So, yeah. I got my money worth, if I put it that way. I don't know what to say, honestly. There is nothing about this trial. Your accusations are contrived, and their purpose is simply to turn the entire population of Footfall into pilot automatons. Do you think that I find enjoyment in this? Looking at the vileness upon vileness, listening to one excuse after another, I loathe this. I despise every male malefactor out there. If I were weak of will, I would have obliterated this foul station with nuclear fire. Instead, I'm here offering each of them the right to be judged in his name and the chance to return to his fold renewed. The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by arch enemies, machinations, and Xenos scum. Who would deny us our right to exist? The threat is inconceivable, and the human weakness will not help us avert it. If a man is weak, I rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endowing him with a sacred narrowness of mind, and eradicate all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in the serving of the Imperium. She's not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice trembling with earnest faith that Insidious genuinely believes that in every word she's saying. Oh fuck, she's a fucking... Yeah, sure, shoot. Shockle at a helpless assassin's corpse. I can tell you're quite popular with the locals. This attempt was mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne keep me safe. Insidia pats the armors and smiles. Its refractive field is impervious even to a tank shell. The thief Torka had the sacred Durazin relic stashed in one of his storerooms. Where is the Lord Inquisitor? In his lead chamber, coordinating the Expanse defense, his attention is focused on the matter of vital importance, and he's not seeing any supplicants. Acolyte of the Inquisition soldier wearing Inquisitional armor echoes Insidia's word. Your lordship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your lordship that he will summon you later when the circumstance permits him to do so. We shall see whatever footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. In due time, I will weed out all the taint that bred here on Footfall for long, and the pious fear, loyalty, and devotion will once again become the pillar of the station under his watchful eyes. I want to draw my weapon so bad. What happened between you and Winterscale? Winterscale is a traitor. While the Expanse burns, he ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos. He abandoned his duty completely and had the nerve to ignore the Lord Inquisitor's call to battle. My servants are taking his worlds and ships while he is hiding from reckoning and indulging his base urges. Soon enough, he too will stand before the judgment. Wholeheartedly share. Have you and Caligos lost your minds? The Expanse is in calamitous state, and the two of you are busy settling score. You must cease this at once. Angelina, thank you, but no thank you. I have no plans of making anything more with graphics and stuff like that. It's good as it is. I no offense, I don't care. I'm here to play games and enjoy my time. I'm not spending too much on like graphics and stuff like that. But thank you anyway. I hold a share. If you ask me, you're simply using the situation to plunder his protectorate. Should he call upon Hanus Valencius for help, we shall answer. Oh, that would be so satisfying. That would be so satisfying. I don't like any of the... I don't like Winterscale or Shorta. But Shorta I like even less. Winterscale is just brutish. Just genuinely brutish. But Shorta is just... certain parts of the ecclesiarchy in Warhammer 40k reminds me of... is pretty much a reflection of old church, like witch burning church, and that is something that I actually dislike genuinely about the whole thing. Have you and Caligos lost your minds? The expanse in calamitous state, and you two are busy settling scores? You must cease this at once. Negotiating with the mad dog is off the table. Now he will merely laugh at your talks of reconciliation and execute your envoys. For too long has Caligos reveled in impunity and believed himself the king of his world. We could draw our weapons. The problem is we're going to have a fight on our hands that's going to be rough. No, it's just one of those things. I'd rather spend time and money to do a few other things and actually do some stuff, do a real live stream or something like that instead of doing anything else. I'm enjoying how simple it is. It is a scuffed stream, so everything else is scuffed. Yeah, let's go with a Iconoclast one. Hopeful crowd of the Antirium starts hysterically clamoring their oaths of fealty to Hanus von Valencius. Not one of them thinks twice about clutching at the life-saving straw that you have offered them. Insidia rarely leans on her arms and looks at you with contempt. Take this pitiful gaggle of miscreant if you desire. My trial will not end here. I have a whole footfall to judge. No more judgment. Cease this disgrace and get off footfall. Insidia touches the panel of the throne's armrest and immediately shielded by reflector. You hear the sounds of alarms going off in the distance. A mocking smile cuts across. Go ahead, give me a reason. The Lord Inquisitor instructs where to maintain order and ensure his allies' safety, using any method, however extreme they may be. If Lady Lordship is gravely threatened, we are authorized to detonate the dome over the sector. Detonated dome over the sector. Doing will trigger an explosive decompression. The attacker will be destroyed during depressurizing, while her ladyship will be protected by field projected by her throne. I urge you not to take step that might be interpreted as an act of aggression. Enough words. Your accused awaits, and so do my duty. Wait, you have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to. Vladimir, a deplorable rebel who once ruled this station, has slipped away from me. He is instigating the people to a revolt, killing my servants, and hiding from my wrath with dexterity of a void rat. My informants claim he often appears in the den of unrest and bears the irrelevant name of Adeptus Amasecus. We have made several attempts to arrest him, yet he evades capture each time. Revered Hermenius has gone there to convince him to surrender quietly, but his efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Footfall's integrity, Torka must be apprehended. As the rogue trader in authority, I order you to aid him to bring him to justice. The asteroids where Adeptus Amasecus is located has been cordoned off by enforcers. Will take you there. I want you to lure Torka out of his hole and seize him so that he may stand trial. Do this for the sake of Footfall, liberating and pave the road that my justice will tread. Some of the people you wish to execute are useful for me. You pronounced Vladimir a criminal? Why wouldn't I? The vile rogue infamy is known to all. He patronized thieves, smugglers, and pirates. By his allowance, heresies of unholy cultists flourished. That he has evaded punishment this long can only be described as gross negligence, which I intend to rectify before long. Some of the people you wish to execute are useful to me. I will help you deal with Vladimir. And what do I stand to gain? Does it not satisfy you that order, Imperial compliance will be restored on Footfall? I see you adopted too much from Theodora, namely her hubris, greed, and indifference to duty. No, you are the one with hubris, that's for sure. You're sitting on your throne telling another rogue trader what he needs to do. Why did Herminius go to Adeptus Amasecus? Reverend Herminius headed where the rebels are seen there most often. He could preach to them and sway them to repent. Alas, he still cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who are beyond any hope of redemption. I will drag Vladimir before this court. Sure, you can share it, but yeah. Who are beyond any hope of redemption. Some of the people you wish to execute are useful to me. I purchase valuable equipment from them. Scoundrels and thieves will be replaced with honest suppliers. Even degenerates such as Calabexlan can be of use in the coming crisis, but their willful leader need to be replaced with a more pliable, trepidatious successor. if it is the only way for us to protect ourselves from being stabbed in the back. I haven't the slightest desire to get involved in your squabbles. Yeah, sure, lie. I will drag Vladimir before this court. Your cooperation will be taken into account. But remember, none of the rebel leaders are allowed to die before their trial. I forbid you to execute them without my leave. And I don't fucking care. That's an Amazonian plasma rifle. Actually better than the one I have. More armor. Pure damage more. More range. No, same range. Okay, yeah. I don't like this at all.
If I could see the golden light of the Astronomicon as you see it, Cassia, I would probably go still forever, unable to take my eyes off the radiance of the Emperor for an instant.
Control the human remains smoldering on top of a pile of books archived saying Gordy Stakov, a spy for the Xenos. Take note this.
I think you would manage. You have different hues of light within you. Gold, silver, and crimson. One of them would call you back to this world.
Anver. Didn't we kill most of the Anver? Anver. What is going on here?
The Emperor favors
A
me
bomb
today.
exploded, most likely improvised one. Okay. We had a box here. It's there. Okay. That one's hard to see, honestly.
I always have a backup plan. Rise to the top, or get left in the
I
dust.
sent you a request on Discord. You can add me back so I can be able to send you a message there.
Yes. I will do that, but I'm not going to do anything related to that until the stream is over. Let's talk to Hermenius. Behold, noble Lord Shadowpelt, as footfall transform before your very eyes. In the wake of your toils, this den of depravity will once again become the testament to the Emperor's greatness as it was originally designed. Does it bring you delight? Hermenius gazes alight with awe. His breath, it smells of burned flesh, Prometheus. That is. Yeah, let's take a look what he has to sell. Reputation. Only 3,000? Oh, they're not buying Xenos artifacts. Yeah, forgot about that. And most of the artifacts we've gotten have actually been Xenos artifacts. Cloak of Hatred. Each enemy killed by the wearer's area of effect increase the damage of the wearer. Okay. Willpower, perception. Imperial Scroll grants 15 plus Imperium lore. Don't mind if I do. Power Claymore, it's actually worse than what we have. Cloak of Retribution, we want. The Crack Grenades, we want. Elite Chainsword, I think we can go past that. Multi-key, just grab them as well. Okay. We are heading away from here now. I guess we're going to Adeptus Amasecus. Collect all. Okay. Leave location. Mortar's Endurance. That pisses me off, honestly. Like, I kind of knew that this would happen when we got the rumor that Korda had taken over Footfall. But at the same time, we were the ones who supplied the food to Footfall. Why is she the one who has taken charge of Footfall? That genuinely makes me upset, if that makes sense. Oh, we can enter down there, really? Better smell of sheep fuel, which owner must have.
I always keep my options open.
We have Rizza, Vladians, Mercenary, Vladims. Okay, we're heading straight into him then, I guess. You have no other option, Rizza. If you abandon Footfall to Shorda and flee, where are you going to sell your goods or restock your supplies? It will be just a slow death for you. For all of you. No missiles, no water, no air. So quit bargaining with the inevitable and follow the plan. Who is Rizza now again? Your plan is a suicide pact. You have no allies, no weapons, no nothing. Vladimir and Rizza noticing you. Oh yes, she's the pirate leader. The old pirate grins sarcastically. Are you trying to play above your league, Vanko? You've taken on a rogue trader dynasty with only a handful of cutthroats and a couple of guns to your name. I see your march to the gallows is more of a gallop. Turning away from this, Vladimir's expression does not change, but an indistinct curse falls from his lips. Who do we have here? A couple of hardened insurgents. With a very smile, Vladimir's correct you. Ungodly, lawless rabble-rousers who are threat to the security of this station, kindly referred to as using our full title. Greetings, your lordship. As for you, Vecmo, I got nothing to add. Your plan is utter crap, and the kind of gamble I don't take. I leave you to think about the prospect, or maybe realize that using shuttles would be better idea. While the shuttle and I are still here. Look at Vladimir. The former league looks angry and focused. His coat's collar is unbuttoned, showing the meshwork of Cremite reinforced armor hidden underneath. He is wearing a gun holster on his side. Now that Vladimir has thrown off his mask of disgruntled bureaucrat, his sleeves are rolled up, showing his old bandit tattoos. He's exuding an aura of imperious cruelty. How is the station faring? It turned into a kingdom of death, executing protesters, crack down on corrupt traders, and suppressing dissidents are all good, useful politics within reasonable limits. I've used them myself, in fact. However, with Lady Shorda, reasonable limits are a distant memory at this point. Fortunately, I have been preparing for the turn of the events ever since the first time the hag tried to take footfall. You helped us then, giving me time to organize. I set up weapon caches, enlisted fighters, and deleted my agent's data from the Cognitor network. When Shorda took power, she thought she won, but the station was still mine, to an extent. My little arm is waging war. My little army is waging war on the enforcers. We slaughtered patrols, wrestled back denizens, and punished those who collaborate with the enemy or close to someone who does. Vladim's ruthless smile is jagged steel trap. Insidia has her reprisals and I have mine. Everyone must remember that there is consequences for collaborating with the occupying force. I see your position of power has not changed. Still the bandit you always were. Vladimir smiled tersely. Old habits never go away, I'll admit. I didn't exactly miss the days of my youth, but I find myself in the line of fire again. Invigorating. Your lordship, perhaps you have a little love to spare for me, nor have you built the strongest alliance with organizations I'm a member. Perhaps you have little love to spare for me, nor have you built a strong alliance with my organization I'm a member of, but if you are looking for a new order of things on Footfall, gives you even the tiny suspicion that it damn menace, step in and help stop it. What kind of help do you expect from me? A general uprising will be doomed. The enforcers are isolated on the asteroid. The enforcers have isolated the asteroids. We can strike out against Insidia. She has the greater numbers and her throne refractor field. She will protect her from any attack, and Insidia's smile appears. So we'll ask her ladyship to come to us, exploit her overconfidence. If she wants my blood, let her come here and spill it. She knows we use the Amasekas for our meeting place. If you let the enforcers know I can be found and grabbed here, she will come, hardly with the throne in tow, I imagine. We'll lure her into a trap, kill her and take back Footfall. What size of force do you command? What did I say? News Insidia's death is hardly going to please the Lord Inquisitor. Considering Zaza never once interfered in the station affair, he doesn't care about Footfall. This means that he also doesn't care who runs the station, so long as the things are quiet on it. I'm going to make sure things are quiet. Granted, he did give Shorda a security detail if she's already, Torka emphasizes the last word, dead, and her death doesn't smell of deadly heresy, he likely won't bother to investigate. The Lord Inquisitor will simply entrust governance to someone who won't cause him problems. Me. I realize it's a bold hypothesis. The Lord Inquisitor may have me hanged for Shorda's death, but my life is at stake as it is, so it may as well take the risk. What's the size of the force you command? However much Shorta would like to believe she's kicked the Caliban out of footfall, she hasn't. We're scattered all over the station, laying low, and there's still enough of us to cause trouble. A small band of my most daring staff members who were by my side when I came to power, business partner who still remember that any venture is only reliable as the grip of the venture hand on the pistol. Add that to the group of Xenos mercenary, which my colleagues from mission have provided me. A radical solution, I know, but they don't care who they kill as long as I pay them. And I may have the means to pay them. We should have a greater number if Rissa wasn't so damned cautious. And Harmonious did us a favor and shot his preacher's trap. Gritched his teeth and adds quietly, I would have long thrown the good reverend from the loop if it weren't for the fanatical mob that would show up here to avenge him. Why would I take part in this? Because the critically important station in the Expanse is about to become a graveyard. Once commerce dies, merchant will turn to piracy. What else could they do? Connections between the world will weaken, and since Shorta will make short work out of the astropath as soon as she gets to them, and Shorta, do you think will be enough for footfall will be enough for her? No, she'll march on perhaps your worlds as well. Beside, your lordship has not yet considered possibilities of working with Kazbaklan mission opens up. Now is the perfect moment for you to gain a new ally. In the time of crisis, every friendship is valuable. Insidious Shorta has nothing to offer you, while my organization's gratitude is guaranteed. Between losing influence of partner and strengthening your ties with them, I'm sure you'll opt for the latter. Why, has Herminius showed up here? He preached repentance. Vladimir remained stone-faced for a few seconds, giving in and letting a sarcastic smile from him. Shorta sent him here to make us lay down our arms and renounce our rebellious ways. But he seems to have taken aback by the scale of Lady Insidious purges, which open up the possibility, if we put pressure on him, he'll bring over zealots who tear apart whoever he points his finger at. A useful man. I regret not establishing a rapport with him sooner. What does Risa has a problem with? She has misgivings about the prospect of our cooperation. The old rogue prefers not to pick a fight unless her victory is foregone conclusion, and right now she seems to be planning on fleeing rather than fighting. She needs the right kind of motivation. What a shame. There is no one the cold bitch values enough for me to take them hostage. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course, you are the backstabbing bandit. The closest description probably would be... the closest description would be... why did you call... what is this? Spetsnaz. Old Russian Secret Service. That's what he reminds me of. Especially with like the eagle there. I know it's the sign of the it's the sign of the Imperium, but still it reminds me of like old Russia stuff. Why did Risa call you Vakmo? All nicknames die hard, and as old habits, I used to be known but that name on the station. The Vakmo is a myth, a malicious spirit stalking the prey in Footfall's empty sector. I had terrible reputation when I was young. I have understood your plan. I hope you're finding it promising. I will help you overthrow Shorda. Each second of her continued rule will cost the lives of hundreds of innocents. I would like to make a deal with Kazabeklan. Definitely, Lord, I have nothing to offer you at the moment. My access to my assets you're interested in have been temporarily restricted. It's going to take putting a bullet through a couple of heads for me to once again be able to offer you adequate range of merchandise. I will help you overthrow Shoda. Each second her continued rule will cost her lives 100 innocents. I'm glad you're with us, your lordship. This fight we must be well prepared as a colleague of mine used to say, if your brain doesn't hurt from all the thinking of where to hide, it finds out even your skull isn't thick enough once the fighting is on. As a colleague of mine, if the brain doesn't hurt from all the thinking of where to hide, it'll find out even your skull isn't thick enough once the fight starts. Which sounds especially ironic considering how he died. I'd like to ask your opinion on how to prepare. We're entertaining the Lady Insidia. Perhaps some of those gathered in here will support us. Ryza's people, Harmonia's zealots, even Octavia's regulars. We can use whomever we can get. If you think that it may be worth fortifying our positions or preparing a few surprises for our guests, my people and arsenal are at your disposal. All you have to do is say the word. As soon as we're ready, send Shorta a message saying I'm here, let her come. We'll settle our differences on Footfall with a gunfight. I will take a look around. Nods attentively and then looks down on the data tablet showing a map of the station system. He scrutinizes it with a pensive The Xenos looks at you with a scant. Looks at you with a scant hiss of something in their abominable language. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Suspicious Prowler, Dreadful Xenos. When we were in cages, we got fed and got sapped, but nothing else besides sapped. Now we aren't getting any food on top of the sapping. We're getting whacked by kicking and stabbing though. I want to go back to my cage. You recognize the Eldari you once freed from local quack's collection. The mutated smiles gratefully with his 5 rows of teeth.
Let us not dawdle.
Ryza. Octavia looks tired but finds the strength to smile briskly. She pours 2 shots of clear yellowish liquid with streak of Promethean in it. It slides one towards Ryza. Let's drink to her infallible ladyship Shota. Mercy on the good judgments of whoever they are right now. Ryza downs the shot, grimaces contently. You're quite the poet, Octi. Yes, indeed. One would hate if Lady Shota's ill health affected our own. Have you, by the chance, run into Lady Shota's good judgment on your journeys, your lordship? The pirates laughs hoarsely. Are you not afraid of the enforcers will come eventually? You're not afraid of the enforcers will come eventually for you? If they show up, I'll blow up the martyr's endurance before I let those butchers take me alive. And for now, I'll be behind the bar, refueling my roughnecks. It's roughing for the captain to abandon the ship, isn't it, your lordship? Some captain, if I were you, I'd scram while scramming's good. I know you're attached to Amasekas, but this hole isn't worth dying for. I have a shuttle hidden away nearby, so we could take off right now. Calm down, Rissa. I'm not holding you here, so don't try to drag me away either. Rissa, I need to exchange a few words. Rissa calls to glance Octavia's direction, waits for her to take the hint and look away. At your lordship's service. Your eyes pierces the pirate, and you sense a burden of her transgression is so heavy that it will soon drag her under. Her fear has allowed her malicious will to sink its claws into her soul and tear it slowly to pieces. Your soul is full of corruption. You haven't been in cahoot with the arch enemy, have you, Rissa? Pirate squints. What? You're like her ladyship now. One look and now you can tell the wicked from one righteous. I suppose it's easy enough to guess that Paris has misdeed or two to a name, but no one has ever accused me of serving the archenemy before. You wound me, your lordship. As Rissa is trying to turn it all into a yoke, there's a anxiety in her eyes, and her hands is reaching unconsciously for something concealed under her shirt and chest, as if she's trying to hide it from you or you some more. Let me just tell you, in case, if you're entertaining the thought of helping Vladimir, chase away the hell. I am not fanatic enough. Okay. Vladimir needs your help. Your lordship, his plan is death throes of corners and condemned man who grasped at imaginary straws. The Vacmo was once smart, shrewd and wily, but now he's simply refusing to admit he is already lost. We modest dealers are no match for the rogue trader. It would be different, of course, if we were strongly motivated or had a rogue trader on our side. Spoken like a continent. Not a dregged pirate captain. Even if you outlive Vladimir, I have the means to make sure it's not for long. Yeah. Spoken like a cowardly crone. And we're going with that one. And not a pirate captain. I haven't been dared to do something in so long, your lordship. There is a cowardly crone, imagine that. Risa grows pale. Even if you outlive Vladim, I have the means to make it sure it's not for long. You're very persuasive, your lordship. I feel distinctly motivated to get down to business once more. Oh, what the war. My crew and I will take part in your little uprising, but don't ask me for details. Old Risa keeps quiet about the backstage side of her insidious and sudden strike. Can we 13,000? That would put us somewhere like here, maybe. That would actually be good. Tactical backpack. Backpack grants 1+ fire raid. Fire bonus for any burst fire weapons. We can work with that. Apex Predator. If they kill the mark prey. Yep. Needle pistol. Thought we'd get up there, but nope. I guess that's it then. How may I be of your service, Lord? Octavia would stopping short would be of use. The woman looks at you pensively, and by we you mean you and Vladim, as he has a plan, but it is far from not always the best plan. Why should I believe your ID? Point to the people in the hall with a sweeping gesture. This is not about whose ID it is, but who we are doing it for. For the people of Footfall, for you, Octavia, for your freedom from insane solid reign of terror. Insane zealots reign of terror. Patron greets your last sentence with enthusiasm roar. Your heartfelt speech resonates with the comrades and seems to have stirred Octavia too. You sure know how to be persuasive, your lordship. You're right. You're ready to risk your life for us? And here I'm being picky like a noble offered nutrient bar made of ground corpses. You can count on me. I don't have any fighters, but I do have a shipment of non-human weapon, lethal, but with no guarantee of quality. Figuring out how it even works is tricky enough, but that still beats the young Vladim cutthroats are armed with. They can have a round on the house. How have you been doing here without me? Badly. But we're in no mood to lay down and die yet. There is still people who who can't stand Shorda's regime, and they are fighting. A sting a day, always somewhere new. Vladimir may be on the run, but he still has people loyal to him. He'd have more if it weren't for the Reverend Harmonius. Many fell for his sermons and took the repenting and confessing. He still turned so many to faith that they don't dare touching him anymore. The old man's force is to be reckoned with now. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Chaplain? Imposing man covered head to toe with scars is hard to mistake anyone else. You're looking at a chaplain, father confessor of late Denzel Byrne, whose funeral seemed like an eternity ago. His arms are crossed, service the hall with a gloomy expression. As you approach, he bows deferentially. Your lordship, it's nice to see the Saint Dionysius has protected your neck from heretics and Xenos, and the Xenos since we last met. Shame how it always sad events that brings us together. The previous time was a funeral. Now it feels like half of Footfall needs a memorial service. Long time no see, chaplain. What are you doing here? Same as always, your lordship, bringing the Emperor's light to the lowly and downtrodden. I'm over my head at work. The station is teeming with hunger, maimed and frightened people. His large fist is clenched into a twin mace head. Her ladyship Insidia Shorda is righteous seal, doesn't see the atrocities her enforcers are committing in the shadow quarters using her name as their shield. I interfere wherever I can, but to be honest, I'm almost spent. Helping everyone is more than I can do. What's your opinion on the situation at the station? Chaplain jerks his chin up defiantly. Honestly, perhaps this began as a cleansing, but since day one, it's admittedly been looking more like a frenzy of fanaticism. Granted, people with a clear conscience had always been few and far between on Footfall, but it is that a reason to exterminate everyone for the pettiest infractions? Saint Teresa teaches us to bring people back to the Emperor's light, and only punish by death those who have crossed the forbidden line and turned away from his irrevocably. I'm only living proof that even a thoroughly rotten scoundrel can take the path of redemption. Are we in such deep retreat from the heresy we're battling that the flamer and the noose are the only tools we have left? Shame that Reverend Harmonius won't listen to me. He's too zealous. He sees the face of the vice too clearly and finds it too abhorrent. Looking at Footfall makes him sick, and so he welcomes this cleansing. May Saint Dionysius help you, your lordship. Okay, so we got some useful information. Convincing Harmonius might be problematic.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Okay. Let's have a look in here then. Ordered the barricade to assemble a lot of rubbish.
A space wolf never fails in their duty.
I always keep my options open.
Melta charge, don't mind if I do. Is there anything more in here? No, doesn't look like it.
Always keep your eye on the prize. I always get the job done.
The shoddy cover will offer the little protection against well-aimed shots, but at least it will conceal the target from the shooter.
Let us not dawdle.
Was that supposed to be a challenge?
Suspicious prowler.
I always have a backup plan.
Pitiful food stuck to plates.
Operation successful.
Adaptism and second looks eerily similar to design of internal scans of fuel compartment. Okay, so this is actually the fuel compartment of it. Hermenius. The Emperor protect John Valencius. What has brought you here? Perhaps you would like to confess. Repentance is the first step to path to redemption. Reverend, I want to stop in Cydia. Help me. Are you openly declaring your intent to move against an exactor of the Emperor's justice? And why should I? Her mentor in faith, help you commit the act of treachery? Saint Terence is the doctrine of redemption, but Cydia has forgotten about that. And now, what else may she have forgotten? Indeed, her fervor frightens me sometimes. I feel she takes pleasure in doling out punishment and reveling in her powers. She has forgotten that punishment exists to purify his servants and return them to his light, so that they can may continue the service. Senseless slaughter is at odds with that goal. I regret never managing to drive that point home to her. Now that you have banished my doubts, I will do what I must be done. Saint Ignatius Faithful will aid you in the fight. Why are you preaching among rebels? It is not rebels that I see. I see fools, malefactors whose weakness made them reject the law of the Imperium, who needs repentance and instruction. Had I come here earlier, perhaps I would have been able to prevent this heretical insurrection. And what about you, rogue trader? I see frightened people trying to save their life. You are entirely right, but it's not their lives that they should be saving. It is their soul that are truly in peril. point at the chaplain. Have you sheltered pirate among your brethren? Chaplain is deeply believing servant of the Emperor. Few are as intimately familiar with the human vice as him, and that is what fills his words with sincerity. His flock heeds and respects him. And as for all the hardened rascals and cutthroat who are part of his flock, why not? Our doctrine shuns no one, so long as they are willing to receive its word with an open soul. You give the penitents a chance for redemption. That is commendable. I take no credit for that. They who choose the path for themselves, I merely point out the path is open to all. I instruct those who have started their journey to redemption. For thus Saint Darius taught us. We would never refuse our help to make a generous donation to our mission. There's so many good there is so many good there is so many good how should I put it? There's so many good oh fuck, we actually have once per round the wearer gains +2 AP in the current turn if they kill an enemy. Oh, modified artificer armor. The wearer attacks with heavy weapons cost 1 less AP. Cadian, Castellan armor, carapace, salad. Hymn of Venom. Oh, that's a good bolter. That's a good bolter. Oh, that's a heavy flamer. That's a fucking heavy flamer. Adapted Crusade Plate. The wearer's heavy weapon attack gain 50 additional damage, but never a critical hit. Each time the wearer inflicts burning from flamers, the burning level is doubled. Oh, there's so many really good things.
Keep your wits about you.
Both strong and wise is Ulfar.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
The underbelly of Footfall. I don't know. I'm genuinely curious if Shota actually is 100% like pure, if that makes sense, because it feels like she is taking too much pleasure in the fact that she is murdering people.
Save your jests about fur, fleas, and marked territory. I heard enough of them back on Fenris.
Intruders, over here, just like Falcone warned.
Is there money to be made? I always keep my options open.
We have something up here. Agility test. Really? What do we have there?
I better myself through my service.
We have something there, huh?
I always have a backup plan.
Duty prevails.
Rush not dawdle.
Okay, grab the goods here.
Keep your wits about you. Always keep your...
Guess we're going all the way out here.
Is there money to be made? I always have a backup plan.
Okay, so just here. Let's go this way. Dead end. Okay, fair enough. Let's go
Let us
forward.
not dawdle.
Dead end. We have something here. Goods. Okay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Outlaw rifleman. Falco. Okay, why did you stand there? Well, well, well. What has fate loosened upon us at this late footfall hour? Repulsive fails emerges from the gloom, bisected from an old scar, with a left eye shrewd, with a permanent squint, with his oily hair and a scrapped back flat to his head. A swollen vein is on his temple, looks like a pulsating knot of worms. The varnish shows his face at last. It's time to rid Footfall of yet another lump of filth. Bruised all body faces with swollen eyes has recognized as the radiant visage of Torah the Twin Ye. Bush.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
We can't do this without her, can we?
Keep your wits about you. Is there money to be made? Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Can I shoot him? No, I cannot. Too bad. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, I guess we are going to Footfall and Triumph. Load. Please tell me it doesn't put me in the basement. Please tell me it doesn't put me in the basement. Doesn't put me in the basement.
I always
Fantastic.
keep my options open. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay. Vladim slides his glasses down to his nose and looks up at you. His eyes are tired but aligned with anger. Your lordship, as you know, issued in letting Insidia know you are here. Get ready. Your enemies will be here soon. I will send my least important associates to entrance to make a burnt initial assault that should thin our guest's number. Without thinking, Vladim reaches for his pistol to check how easily it slides out of the holster. Then he smiles. It's an easygoing young bloodthirsty fellow. I'd almost forgotten how much I'd love all this. There, and his accomplices, members of the heretic, lay down your arms and face righteous justice. They'll hang us all. Don't trust them, lads. Down with the hangwoman.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Purge them!
Flamebridge and Shorta furious gaze as she surveys the bar. Her figure seems to exude a ruthless radiance, cruel like a scorching sun or a dash of rebel heretics. I, the rogue trader Insidia, Shorta, master of the footfall and defender of justice. I order you to lay down your arms. Harsh justice awaits those who surrender. I am ignoble. Death awaits the rest. Insidia Shorta, I, Vladim the Vecmo, am ordering you to get off my turf before I blow your brains out and throw your corpse out for a loop. Herminius, perhaps you can calm her down. Insidia, my daughter, I'm at a loss. You are pursuing a noble goal, yet seeds of horror sprouts where you trod. Where you have executed one heretic, 3 more are created by the fear you inspire. The Emperor's justice must fill the heart with fever and reverence, but you only sow grief and misery. Schemes of humanity's enemies take root easily in such soil. Then you too have fallen prey for their deceit and trickery, Reverend. Was it not you who preached that Convenience at corruption? Convenience at corruption? Well, as you used to say, none are unsolid, neither are you. Now it's time to lay out your arms, sit down, to negotiate. I do not negotiate with heretics or the dead. I like the idea of negotiating. As soon as I formally, as an heir of the formerly succeed Lady Shorda, I'll send a trust envoy to them at once. You leave me no choice, Ziria. You have had a choice. Stay loyal to the Emperor and join the ranks, or join the ranks of the heretics. You made your choice. A gang kicked this lunatic out of my bar.
Your end was inevitable.
Request denied.
I didn't upgrade it. Okay.
My vow is to serve.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh.
Doubt is for the weak.
Someone's going to have a fun time, wouldn't they say, Agatha?
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Pain cleanses the body.
If we move her forward, we
Be
can.
careful not to cross my gaze. If I may.
Confusing slap. Took out one of those. Okay. Lady Shorta is going down quickly though.
Get me a target. Naturally. I won't object to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
Okay.
High momentum.
Don't let your guard down.
Oh, he is one tough cookie.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Okay. Bloodham's Gunners, don't be a dipshit.
Die!
Not bad, not bad. Not bad.
Done!
Nothing stands against me.
Wildfire. Inferno pistol. Okay, yep.
Death to the heretics!
Nice accuracy. The Vladim's Gunners are the ones that haven't shot me in the back. Taunting scream.
Guided by faith.
Spraying people down with...
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. This is unacceptable. As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
So it shall be.
He's tanky, that's for sure.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father!
Okay.
Request approved. You thrusting, stinking sons of trolls!
I
Space
am
Marine.
a navigator, not a servitor.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I'll paint your death in colors.
I need a foothold. I won't object. Be gone.
Look at yourself. Yep. Vladimir surveys the carnage and says dryly and morosely, "What a mess. Thank you for helping me deal with it, your lordship. As your help has been inevitable, the Kalispell mission will nonetheless try to approximate and match its value in the most generous terms. Do you have regard on what we should do with her remains? Lady Insidia's body is to be transported to her domain, House of Chorda, untouched. Overcoming the desire to spit in Insidia's corpse clearly manifests on his face. Ladim turns from the fogs in the cold bureaucrats again. From a fog into a cold bureaucrat again, and before your eyes he says curtly to one his place her ladyship's body in the crypto vault and take her to her ship. Make sure no damage is done to no further damage. That's it. We were enemies, of course, but that's no reason not to act in a civil manner. I want Chorda's enforcers to not face any reprisal. Let them leave. Do you realize the way Footfall is governed must change? Let them leave. I'm no butcher. Her ladyship's enforcers may leave the station, except those personally complicit in killing of my employees, friends and loved ones. I have responsibilities towards them. 500. Congratulations, your lordship. You have one less rival in the Expanse. Now that we dealt with the pressing issue, do you have any other instructions regarding the station's governance going forward? After all, Footfall is now under your exclusive personal protection. Vladim and everyone in the pub looks at you. Footfall is exhausted, wounded by Chorda's cruelty, and I'm going to have shelters set up for those who in need and pain, and find a roof over the head, and sustenance and medical aid. The entire gathering glorify your name with joy and chant in their eyes. You see hope with a dash of mistrust. The station's inhabitants are used to such magnanimity. However, such is your voice giving them hope that you're not putting on a show, and perhaps this is the beginning of a new and less grim period in the station's history. Serval skull, plasma pistol, Commissar's cloak, get back in the fight, battle stimulants, heavy armor, deflection, wear against medicines and course, duelist uniform, How is the station going? How is the station doing? I see that you have everything under control again. I'm only doing my duties imposed upon me by my position as leader. After how Chorda's forces retreated in a hurry, it turned out that surprisingly enough, there were unaccounted for scumbags at the station who wasted no time in grabbing the opportunity. I took the smartest and most useful among them under my wing, and I told them I didn't want any shenanigans. As for the rest, 100 or so named had been added to the grievous tall Lady Chorda had left behind. Let us trade in your organization's merchandise. I barely gave me any reputation, yeah. What do you have that is really late game now? Reinforced Voidsman armor, Iconoclast Salad. The wheelless single shot and dead eye shot reduce the target's deflection by damage dealt. Emblazoned Tempest. Drukhari Saboteur Helm. So in other words, you have Drukhari gear, high-end Drukhari gear. Some Astartes gear actually. But you need to get up there to get that. Let's return to Footfall. It's almost 9 o'clock. Damn. Collect all. I do not like the fact that we... Oh, we got teleported straight up again. No, we're having Agatha. Henrix, bye-bye. Jay's coming with us. Because having a lot of extra turns is really good. So I have a few, like next playthrough I might be... I have an idea of how to get some really good gameplay out of it. Yes, I'm already looking at the next one because I want to do a dogmatic. I want to do a heretical run. That is kind of granted for me that I want to do that. Imperium lore? You're that high in Imperium lore, huh? Coercion. Wait. Manipulate other people, yeah. Willpower. Let's go toughness. Last volley. All allies that have capable melee effect use them. That have capable burst fire weapon instead of a single shot. Until the beginning of... Now we're going down. It can be used. Hidden tactic. Every enemy hit. Yeah. Imperium lore. No, we're going that again. Agility, willpower, weapon skill that time. I don't know what weapons I have on you. Well, we are going... Doing on part of no other character. This is the biggest problem for me. Like, you want to sit down and just read everything, but it takes so long to do that. Breaking point. Fellowship. Demolition, commerce, Okay, we're getting coercion up then. Linchpin we already have. Finished the job. Fever, the master tactician suffers direct damage equal to master tactician resolve. Tactical advantage and reset the cooldown of Linchpin and Inspire. Assign objective, I guess. Whenever the tactician, all enemies hit by the have a higher chance of hitting cover, shooting, personal investment, salvation, tactical reloads, weapon. Yeah, that is just grenades cost 1 less. Tactical heals ally. Whenever heals, the ally gains 1 resolve until the end of the combat, stacks up to 7 times. Pressed advantages ignores cover and dodges. First ability. What is it called, the ability? Bring it down, is it called? Let's go toughness. More than 1 turn. Gain 1 stack of tactical. Monster Tactician. Coercion. Weapon skill. Dueling Master. You already have fairly high parry. You know what? Let's go with that. Let's go with Dueling Master. No, Combat Master. Lynch. Let's go with Linchpin. Nerves of Steel. Ally gain momentum. Coordination. All allies have 25 attacks against attacks made by allies. Deal damage. Comfort in conformity. Whenever the ally grants the master tactician stacks of advantage, the ally heals for everyone granted. Yeah, that sounds good. Weapon skill. Coercion. Suppressive fire. An enemy hit by a high chance to Dawn of Victory. Every critical hit scored by the Master Tactician grants momentum equal to. Whenever the Tactician spans tactical ability, deals critical damage. Standard turn. Strong point. Swift movement. I will not die. Nerves of Steel. When the Master Tactician allies gain momentum, they gain 1 more. Whenever the Master Tacticians or their ally loses momentum, they lose 1 less. Yep. Weapon skill. Swift movement. Dueling Master. Dueling Master, I guess. Makes 2 attacks, yeah. Exemplar. Tough as Steel, character gains 12 additional wounds and further, yeah. Better die for the Emperor, while under Imperial character gains 10 plus And 2 plus resolve, no heresy, stronger together. Bloody Martyrs, an ally. Ally gains temporary wounds equal to... Yep. Coercion. Every critical hit. Stronghold. Stand resolute. Cost effective. Into the hero's master tactician immediately gains an extra turn with full AP at the first time any master tactician's ally uses an heroic act in combat. Okay, yeah. Let us... You know what? This is actually bothering me now. Formation.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, let's go down here now. We have Jay with us, so we can finish this quest. That means we have one less quest. We need to talk to the Inquisitor. We kinda fucked up what Shota was doing. Sent back a corpse. So that means we have taken back Footfall. We have stopped the atrocities that's going on Footfall. Welcome to the kingdom of thieves, killers, smugglers, Shireen. All the finest goods on Footfall. Every last one of them has passed through these tunnels. Yea throws up her arms in theatrical display of reverence. As I said before, Hackles Jackals are patrolling every nook and cranny in this SI place. These scumbags over there, we need to avoid them and not to draw any attention to ourselves, or else we might as well dump a pile of grok shit all over our plan. But now we are going to follow the plan. If you will allow me, Shireen, I will refresh your memory. Avoiding the patrol scum, we reach the sewer canal and then follow it easiest and almost until the end. We connect to the gas cylinder and to the special intake. Ironically enough, it provides you... It was previously used for cleaning the air. Then we need to turn the valve in a few spots so the gas reaches the correct chamber. I wish I knew exactly where the Ashman's hole was holed up. To skulk in the shadows, to hide from battle, these things are beneath his warriors. But for the sake of saving the innocent, I will dim the flame of my soul that urges me to charge openly at an enemy's rank.
I always have a backup plan. I know how to take risks. I always keep my options open.
You love to take charge, don't you? If it pleases you, Shireen.
I'm listening.
The light of Terra shines for us.
I cannot be leashed.
I don't plan on leashing you, Ulfar. I really don't plan on leashing you.
Is there money to be made?
Anathema observed. Commencing purgation protocol.
You have been ambushed. Yeah, that was weird.
Let us not dawdle.
The Emperor favors me today.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
We don't have anything we need to pull here. Okay. So that is actually something really good about this game. It actually, depending on who you have with you, like different solutions
Never doubt
become
me.
more available. It makes sense in a
I
weird way.
always have a backup plan. I always keep my options open. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay.
Keep your wits about you. Let us not dawdle.
Shireen? Every day, a new opportunity.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Where are you going, Shireen? Where hunt void rats has just begun. Okay, can't really do anything about that. Oh, won't lose up foot. Us footfall. Okay, yeah, we saw that. Mile, blah blah blah. Fate for Law and Drunkards Falcon. Jay spits out in the direction of the twisted face, trying to maintain her composure, but cannot keep her eyes from straying to the faces of the beast and the assumption. But we come here under our own steam. And you know why? Take your hands off your rifle and release my people. The smuggler face seems to cleave in two as he opens his mouth in a twisted snarl. I knew it. Even with your pack of whelps on the line, I knew you'd pull something like this, Hydrin. You show up here with him, Falco points at you. We both know how this is going to end. that bothers me. We didn't find a way to actually get in there, did we? You'll regret this.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Show them no mercy.
Where would have actually been a, like, where? I scouted all the areas. Where would actually been the place to do it? Like, open the gas. Like they said.
The Omnissiah comprehends all. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
The fame-hungry come. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, we're doing
Faith
this.
without deeds is worthless. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak eradicated.
I'll see to it, but the best defense is a good offense. It's as good as consider this a taste of what's to come.
I'm actually surprised Ulfar isn't actually a warrior, he's a soldier instead.
Weak yet iron knows no pain.
You know what?
No! These ruby flashes are choking me!
Let's go that route. I want to see if I actually can save them. That is one of those things that I was like, can I actually save them? Is it worth giving a try to saving them? Maximum hit chance, all hit chance above is converted to critical chance. Okay.
Yeah, we have the right group.
Ulfar is both good and bad when it comes to it, I guess.
I always have a backup plan.
Someone's in trouble.
Okay. How would we actually... Okay, so that's the thing that makes it... Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough.
We need to kill him, I guess, then.
Always keep your eye on the prize. I always keep my options open.
Thank Ras for my sharp senses.
Is there money to be made?
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Searching is my observance. The machine god grants me insight. My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Disarm the traps,
Duty
disarm the
prevails.
traps.
This could be an opportunity. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I never been a fan of spy missions or sneak missions or whatever
Let
you want to
us
call
not
them.
dawdle. What do we have here?
Join me in prayer. Cast your eye there. Carry the Emperor's will as your torch. The Emperor favors me today.
I always have a backup plan.
There's no stealth stat or anything like that, so I
Keep your
don't know what
wits
to do,
about you.
honestly.
Never doubt me.
Is there money to be made? Always keep your eye on the prize.
Should we try to actually attack him alone? Without the spies actually informing him?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Can't do anything with that, huh? Anything in here we can do now? No, not really.
Some choose wealth, others prepare power. And me, well, I'm not that picky. I'll take both. Oh, don't you trust me?
He's somewhere there.
You love to take charge, don't you?
I always have a backup plan.
Okay. Now it goes up there.
Let us not dawdle. Keep your wits about you. Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Can't shoot him. Too bad. What do we need to do? What do we need to do here? for old. Rat hunting. Jay convinced the threatening as a privateer. Jay has received troubling. Can we save them? That's my big question.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Yep, we sadly can't save them. I don't know how. Attack, you will regret this.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Crush them!
Request approved. Function successfully terminated.
Don't frighten me.
Die!
Is part of the trial.
I challenge you, Damget! Die in disgrace! Cubs play!
Cassia. Agatha.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen. No one can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Take them out one by one.
I will endure.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Incendiary one seems to be really annoying.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
The whole fire is just like, what's going on? Pop that. Let's pop a mark on him as well.
I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me? Another enemy down. I'll I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
I don't feel good about actually losing the characters.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Faith without deeds is worthless. This is each strike is a prayer.
I don't know what to say, honestly. There's one juicy shot there, that's for sure.
Am I getting paid for this?
Yep, that's one shot. But you don't have any fucking gear, do you? That is a big problem.
A moving target lives longer. They'll write legends about me.
As duty demands, try to die with grace at least.
Don't get too cocky. Living on the edge.
I'm not accustomed as duty demands.
Okay. You're going to put another fire. Pascal went down quickly, huh?
Damage to bulk. My frail organics required it.
You bite like a bomb! Skytia! My Karamite hide is strong! I hunger for battle. Wounds wounds out of your bones! Die in disgrace!
How dare you?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Doubt is for the weak. I refuse. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
And then we switch to that bolter and just...
Are you my Emperor? Ugh.
On it. I'll see to it personally.
I guess we're going to spray and pray you again then.
This is why I was chosen.
Is that my blood?
Advancing. Running binary override.
So I will carve runes out of your bones.
That's a lot of heretics.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Needle. Last gun.
I always keep my options open.
Was there any way to actually get into this door? I don't think so. Yeah, no.
Let us not dawdle.
There was no way of getting into this door either, was there? No. What? Where?
Keep your wits about you.
I don't think we can have solved it in any other way, honestly. We had no other option. It saddens me.
Is there money to be made?
There is a reason why I usually go for more of the like, how should I put it? More of the more of the good playthroughs, so to say, because it's just genuinely, I'd rather go that way because it fits me more. I don't like killing people. Not even in video games. Video games.
I always have a backup plan.
What will be anything, sir? How are you enjoying your liberated footfall? To the fullest, sir. I am sure things will improve soon. That is to say, until some new disaster strikes and makes life stink again. And after that, if we're lucky, things will improve again. Such is the circle of life in the expanse. What can I do? What can I do? But you are the one who saved us from this suffocating darkness, Lady Shordar's reign. And all the denizens of Footfall now pray for your health. I wish to make an announcement. Octavian nods and fills her lung with air and yells, "Hey, you bums, layabouts, crooks, shut up, shut your trap. His Lordship Björn Shadowpelt von Valentius who has graciously honored us with his presence today, is about to speak." Footfall's fate has been decided, but cost many lives. Freedom has returned to Footfall. Honor their... Freedom has returned. Drink and live once more. Spite in Syria Shora. In the city, I tried to make us obey her laws, and now she's dead. No, this and spread the word. There is no law, and there never will be. Footfall's fate has been decided, but it cost many lives, and let us honor their memory. Room for silence, patron experience solemn, respectfully, and mournful laughter. Appropriate pause, the voiceman says in a deep voice, resounding, "A safe journey to the fallen, and a long life for House Valentius." Until next time, sir. Okay. Agility. I want to boost ballistic skills. Maybe I should boost willpower. Yeah, I think I might boost willpower. Breaking point. Life guns, trusted weapon, wounded beast. Every injured increases the Death World's characters' willpower. Every trauma counts as one. Yep. And what do you have then? What do you have? Weapon skill, intelligence, toughness, strength. Flaming weapon, solid, overpowering, breaking point. Where is it? Where is it? That one. Hello, Mr. Tech Priest. What can I do you for? What do you want to boost? Intelligence, honestly. And Combat Master. You? What do we have for you then? Willpower. Fellowship. Willpower. And combat superiority, no. Mount the weapon, I will not die. Increase wounds by half of the character's level roundup. Yep. And what do we have for you? You're going ballistic skills. And you're going... Where do we have anything fun? Bolters doesn't count as solid weapons. Flame Melt against demon psychers deals additional willpower damage. All enemies in the area of effect of Warhim or Frugan reside +1 stack of disturbed effect. Enemies are drifted to devote stack to disturbed effect. All demons in the area effect suffers damage equal to the momentum restored to the devotees who's using this ability. Okay, and yay. We need to put some gear on you as well, I have a feeling. Fellowship. Already own that. Okay, yep. Fair enough. Okay.
Trading is just like art. It takes skill and talent.
What do we want for weapon on you? no flamers. That might be good, yeah. Armor. I don't want to put you in that armor. It feels like it has too little dodge. Duelist uniform. 90 dodge, 90 parry. Yep, that could be good. And now all the everlasting problem of what kind of gloves to put on you. Tactical advantage. Against enemies who have no adjacent allies. The range of the wearer's dash and charge ability +1 cell. Navigator. The wearer and adjacent cannot. Yep. Increase the fire rate of the wearer's weapon +1 each time an enemy is killed. It might be something, but no. What do we have? We don't really have any good capes, that's the problem. Their intelligence isn't that high, honestly. Whenever the wearer kills the target with an attack. Willpower, yeah. You have a cape? You don't have any shoes though. Why you don't have shoes, man? How much is your awareness pumped up? Only 55. Okay, fair enough. $150 lore bonus, persuasion. Yeah, they pumped it up a lot. Why can't I? Okay, so you need field medic or something like that. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I don't remember that, but yeah. Let's see here. We might actually pop bolt to proficiency on you. No, I want that. Noble sword. Okay, so we got that noble sword from the fight. We got that plasma pistol, plasma proficiency. Agonizing splitter deals toxic damage, increases the power of toughening. Yeah, nice.
Always always keep your eye on the prize.
So that is actually going to be it for me today. I want to wish you everyone a good night. I will be back tomorrow. It's Factorio tomorrow, so we're going to enjoy that. And good night, everyone.